Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Can you see us? Can you see me and Chathuri? Hello. Who do we have today? Just put hashtag LIVE below if you can see us. Happy Saturday. Okay, it looks like we're live. Let me just check. Is everyone can see us? You can write below, where are you joining in from? Okay, lovely. Welcome. So I'm here with a very special guest. Her name is Chathuri. She's based in Sri Lanka. Where do you live in Sri Lanka?
Um, in the suburbs called Kalania, about 1 hour drive from Colombo.
Oh, wow. Is it so you've got lots of greenery and things?
Yes, and close to it, a very historical temple where, in an area where Lord Buddha is said to have visited as well. So,
Oh, wow. That must be
dramatic.
so special to have that. Now, today, Chaudhuri has achieved an incredible milestone, which is EFT Advanced Practitioner. She was already an EFT practitioner and inner child matrix practitioner as well. And she's also trained in many, many, many other things, which she'll explain to all of us today, which is incredible and amazing. But my sense is this journey, and this is what people don't always get. EFT Advanced Practitioner is not just simply you tick a box and you find yourself getting certified on the other end. EFT Advanced Practitioner is a deeply liberative and spiritual journey because EFT Advanced Practitioner is about meeting and facing the silent sabotage, the unconscious demons, that which is not yet free, but mostly it's a journey of self-love. It's a journey of choosing the self and putting everything else aside, which means there are moments in the journey which can be really challenging because you're constantly having to put the ego aside and you're constantly having to say, I choose me, I am important, my needs are important, I deserve this, I deserve this presence. And which means there's so much old conditioning that just keeps getting stripped away, stripped away, stripped away. And there's a way universal energy likes to do a little testing along the way. So like you feel like, oh yeah, I'm chilled. I've reached a lovely spiritual place now. I'm hanging out on the ledge of life and everything is good. Yes, I've done all that deep, fabulous work. And then the universe comes along and goes, oh, feeling comfortable, are we? And decides to like break the ledge on which you are sitting and like free fall into the abyss, knowing that all that is needed is trust because grace is waiting to catch you and hold you and say, come, my child, you are home. And all that you are seeking, that is not real. That is just coming and going, but come, I am here. Let me hold you. And then to receive the kind of love and nurture and care that is beyond anything imaginable. So, Chathuri, I am so proud of you. The journey you have been on is quite liberative, quite transformative. And mostly this was possible because of your strength, your courage, your resilience, and your ability to recognize what is real and not real. And for you to have stayed true to what you believe to be sacrosanct in your own life. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the journey you've been on. I'm so proud of the practitioner that you were and you've also transformed into. And I love how you help people without judgment, with a safe space on their transformation journey. And you're so open to discussing where you're at, acknowledging your gifts, and allowing that which needs to evolve come into your awareness. There's no defense, There's no, you know, there's just purity, presence, essence, and allowance. So very well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rangana. No one could have put it better than you just did. Yeah, thank you so much.
Wonderful. So tell us a little bit about you, because some will be meeting you for the first time today. So tell us a little bit about your journey and what brought you to EFT. So where you began, what happened, and the reason you're here today.
Yeah, so in my past life, in this incarnation, as I always refer to it now, 3 years back, actually, I left my very lucrative global career as a child rights advocate activist. And the life as I knew it, after I received a calling in the midst of COVID and all that, and I just left it with no plans, but knowing that I need to listen to the calling. If not, I would perish. It was as simple as that. So I just jumped off the cliff, trusting that the divine would hold me and carry me wherever I need to be. And that's exactly what happened, Dr. Rangana. I can confidently say after 3 years, exactly as you described a moment ago, right? And I say this because I feel there are so many people out there who needs to hear this. So many people who want to make that transformative, liberative change, but so fearful because it's the unknown. And that's one of the main things I had to do on these last 2 years of this EFT journey, is to be comfortable with the unknown. It was completely uncharted waters for me. And you know the journey. And when I left, that career, that life, I just knew I had to follow a spiritual path, and I always had this spiritual inclination, but that's about it. I didn't know what shape it would take, how it would manifest. And you put it so beautifully, like a free fall into the abyss. And I was like thinking, oh, I'm this spiritual person, and all I need to do is like, meditation and some other tools, and boy, was I in for a surprise. And what unfolded over the last couple of years after I joined, ELC and you to learn EFT, Dr. Rangana, is something that I could never have imagined in my wildest dreams. What unfolded in terms of my personal spiritual journey, which is synonymous with my EFT journey, right? And here, there is something that I thought was important to share with everybody, Dr. Rangana, which is, we know or we understand EFT and ICM, these tools, to be, modalities that support or facilitate mental well-being and emotional transformation or freedom. But as I experienced personally, and since then have seen, my clients also experience, is that this is a tool for spiritual transformation. And I would go as far as saying awakening as well. And that's a very practical reason I, say that this happens, is that when our system is very clogged up with unprocessed emotions, it weighs us down, as the expression goes. It's very heavy energy, like grief and, anger or whatever it is. It doesn't support us to ascend energetically, right? And I've processed lifetimes of grief over the past couple of years. And with that, I experienced how my spiritual gifts started to blossom and bloom. And, where I am today, Dr. Rangana, is like I'm on the one hand a psychotherapeutic practitioner using modalities like EFT and ICM, and on the other hand, I'm a psycho-spiritual practitioner, an intuitive healer, and I'm getting used to saying that I'm a medium, accessing the higher wisdom and intuitive skills and all that. And now, very organically, both these spheres or modalities are combining in the work that I do with my clients. So, and back then I used to very proudly call myself a light worker, but now I very humbly and proudly call myself a light and shadow worker because I've become so comfortable with and familiar with the dark spaces, and I see how beautiful it is. It's not a space that we need to run away from. It contains truths that we cannot otherwise, get access to. It's only available in darkness, right? So now I'm kind of helping other people navigate the dark spaces as well, and kind of balancing the polarities of light and darkness. And I've realized in one of those beautiful rebirthing sessions, the first one actually, that one of my life purposes, missions, is to experience and transcend duality in order to experience wholeness and unity. And that's the work that I'm currently doing, and it's ever evolving.
Wow, that's so profound. I love how you have shared that with us now. You've made a gift for our EFT community, which you want to share with all of us. Have I got that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I always share my poetry, but this time I thought I'm going to share my best gift ever, one of my sewer mandalas. Yes, you can
Shall I
share. And
screen share and you can chat us through it?
yeah,
Okay.
and then just briefly.
It's beautiful. It's just exquisite.
Thank
Would you just chat us through it, Chathuri?
Yeah, of course. So I was really wanting to gift something to the community, the EFT community, especially to you, Dr. Rangana, and the BLC community, from which I received so many blessings and gifts. So I wanted to give something back in return. So then I thought, okay, I can do one of my sewer mandalas, which is actually, for people who don't know what this is about, sewer means healing in my language, Sinhalese. So it translates to healing mandala, so healing magic circle. So basically what I do is, this is a gift that was given to me by the divine. So where I can tap into the energy fields of either an individual or a collective, based on any issue or, a theme. And I receive various messages in the form of visuals and clairaudiently certain words, whatever. And it's called, I call it following the divine breadcrumbs. So I get, kind of like the pieces of the puzzle, like the breadcrumbs, which then I have to knead together to, form the whole bread loaf, kind of putting the puzzle together. Translate it into the form of a mandala, right? So this time, what I wanted to focus on was something for the whole collective of EFT practitioners and users of EFT, something they can use as a complementary tool alongside their daily EFT or practice or tapping sequences, something like that, for their transformational journey. So that was all I had in terms of an intent. So the moment that I sat for meditation, like the first thing that actually I was given was what you can see in the middle of this, below the lotus, you can see the lights, the diyas being burned alongside the shushumna, or the spine. That was it. So the message that I got was, okay, because the question that I asked was, what really happens when we tap? What's the energy like? Right? So the message that I got was, it actually activates the what you call the kundalini energy. Like, it's very powerful energy that gets activated, like metaphysically, energetically, right? So long story short, I won't go into details because I have prepared a description, like long description describing each and every element symbol here. But overall, something that I am very keen to share, Dr. Rangana, because these are your teachings as well. The first thing that I saw was the dodecahedron. So the dodecahedron is the shape that you find in the middle, which has 12 sides or faces. It's one of the platonic solids that we use in sacred geometry. There are only 5 platonic solids with equal sides. So dodecahedron is one, it has 12. And so, as I mentioned, I only get like these visuals and all. I don't get the interpretation first. It comes later. So I got the dodecahedron, and I heard, what you have taught, A, B, C, D, E, of EFT, right? And I heard aspects, you know, and all these things. I saw the lotus and all these, you know, other things, you know, and I was like, okay, what do all these mean? And then, you know, I did something, I was guided to do something I had never done before. That I had been practicing EFT, like, and tapping on myself for 2 years. I had never counted the number of acupressure points, right? So I counted, and there are 12 main ones, and the 13th being on top of the head, the crown, which is represented by the lotus. And incidentally, lotus, you know, in Sanskrit, you know, when they depict the chakra, it's the crown chakra, it's depicted as the 1,000-petal lotus, right? So there were a lot of correspondences like that. So basically, then I realized, okay, the 12 the 12 sides or faces represent, on the one hand, the acupressure points and the multiple aspects of an issue that we work on. And the dodecahedron is a shape that gives us options or perspectives, so that we can choose what is in our best interest. And the pearl color that I have used here in sacred geometry is once again a color that is used for the highest good. It gives us the best option, right? So when put together, basically, and then what I did, of course, because I was told, okay, the 12 acupressure points, I wanted to see how each of the acupressure point functions metaphysically. What's the energy like? So I sat in many, many meditations. And as I told you, Dr. Rangana, this is one of the most complex mandalas I've ever done. And I had to do many sittings in order to get the sigils, as it's called, the symbols that you see in, you know, around the circle and all here. So these sigils represent the metaphysical concept of the representation or the function or the meaning, let's say, of each of the acupressure points. Now, this, I have to emphasize, may not at all correspond to the scientific, you know, definitions of the meridians and all that. But this is what was downloaded by me or given to me by spirit, you know, metaphysically. So, so yeah, so each of these correspond to each of the acupressure points. And I have mentioned like what it means and how it can be used and all in the description. But just to give an example, pick something that you like here so that I can.
Like all of it. I think it's all beautiful. 12.
Okay. Okay, 12. So, okay, it's harmony, right? So 11 is about unity and 12 is harmony. So harmony, if you can see, like it's the harmony is found when two energy frequencies meet. There is a kind of a vibrational agreement there. So that's what the energetic representation is. So I'm basically given the visual and then told how the energy flows there, right? So basically, like these, okay, so then in the middle, you can see the Ida Pingala Nadis, the meridians, the black and white, the spiral, right? Which also represent the divine feminine and masculine. And also on top of the lotus, you can see the sun and the moon, which is once again the feminine masculine energies, and the upward, downward triangles. So all these refer to the feminine masculine energies because that's represents the basic duality of existence and the need to balance all these things. And with tapping and all that, you know, what we do is in various different ways to achieve that balance. You know, we all walk through the dance of duality and try to, you know, reach that place of neutrality, equanimity, and balance, and harmony, and peace, you know, at the end of the day. And that's the process of ascension. So that's just the essence of course,
What
and
is
then the
5?
number 3 was, sorry?
What is 5? What is 5? The symbol with 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's balance. Balance. That's balance. That's, I
and
think, below
7?
the 7. Okay, it's the present moment and focus.
And 10?
10 is neutrality.
Oh.
It shows how the two.
It's like a detachment, no? Like It's a process of detachment. Even though this has happened, I choose to love and accept myself. So it's a process of detachment, I guess, isn't it? Because when you come to a place of neutrality, then you don't have any attachment to either feeling. Wow, that's so
Absolutely.
profound and deep. Oh, yeah, well, you were telling me about the three. What's the reason the three is in the
Oh, yeah.
middle?
So
Yeah.
3 was given to me. So interestingly, it's the root number of the master number 12, which is represented here as well. But 3 was given separately to me, and that's the number of growth and expansion. So if you can see, all this kind of leads to that, expansion of consciousness one way or the other, right? So yeah, so basically then I have mentioned in the brief how we can use this on a daily basis alongside our tapping sequences. I have given the steps so that on the one hand, we also get to harness our intuitive capacities to get divine guidance directly through these different symbols and elements here, and also combine it with the tapping sequences. So basically, I have kind of combined the two different modalities, taking the, let's say, the physical side of it and combining it with the metaphysical side of it. So yeah, this can be used by anybody who uses tapping. So I welcome you to share this as a gift with the world.
Exquisite. I mean, it's so beautiful. And it's called freedom, is that right?
Freedom, yes.
Mm.
I took
And
it because
today, yeah.
emotional step.
Oh, beautiful. And today's a master number, 22.
22. Oh my God, yes, yes. And it's a portal, 22 of 2 and 2
Correct.
to 2,
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah. So it's a perfect day for us to initiate, anybody into. Usually when I do a mandala, especially for an individual, I take that person through an activation and initiation process. But since we can't do that exactly here, let's take this as a kind of an initiation or an activation. And of course, I activate this with light language, Reiki, crystal sound, and everything. I will keep on doing that for a whole week, right? And yeah, so this is
Do
for
we
all
need
of
to do anything? Like, is there something we should be doing to get the maximum benefit?
yes. As I mentioned it in detail there, but in like succinctly, what you can do is, if you can keep like a printout or something, and when you do your daily practice, just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths to calm down and do all those things, and then just have the intent for you to be guided by the mandala. So you send out that intent to the universe and call upon your guides, and then you slowly open your eyes. And then you look at the mandala and you will feel your energy being pulled into one of the elements here, either a sigil or the color, lotus, whatever it is, right? So then you can do one of two things. You can close your eyes once again and ask your guides to tell you, share more about what this means for you right here, right now, because it keeps changing. The meaning keeps changing because this is called packed information. It's layered. And every time you engage with it, the meaning shifts because there's a lot
And
of,
when I opened my eyes just now, all I could see was the lotus. So then what does that mean?
yeah. So as I said, you can ask your guides so that
Mm.
you will be guided, or you can then refer to the description, which gives one aspect or one interpretation of
What is
the
the one
lotus.
aspect that you got for the lotus?
Yeah, so the lotus, as I mentioned, is I forget the just a second the Sanskrit word for the lotus. I mean the crown chakra is I always find it okay, Sahasrara, right? Which means with 1,000 petals. Okay, so it's a lotus with 1,000 petals, and it denotes the human capacity for transcendence, because the lotus is something that rises up from the murky, muddy waters and to bloom and blossom into pristine beauty, right? So it's a path to purification. So one of the main meanings that I received is that this is the path to purification, and that we all have that capacity within us if only we commit to accessing it.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's quite
And then,
amazing.
of course, we can do a round of tapping. I had given some affirmations you can tap with as suggestions and examples. There are thousands you can, do based on it, as you also said regarding detachment, even though, like that. So, and the thing with these mandalas or any form of, how would you say, any form of healing, I would say, Dr. Rangana, it's a form of programming and reprogramming, like NLP, EFT. We discharge what doesn't serve us and then implant, whatever is in our highest good. So the more you interact with the mandala, because these kind of modalities work at the subliminal level with our unconscious and our auric field. So the more you converse with it, the more you engage with it, the more it's going to serve you, because it's going to become a part of your auric field, So it's very subtle, but you will feel the effect when you make it a daily practice.
Oh, it's quite amazing.
Thank you so much.
That's really quite incredible. I'm blown away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Amazing. So any of you who saw that, exquisite, deeply contemplative and spiritual mandala and you want to find out more about it, just type me below and we'll get you in touch with Chathuri. It's quite amazing. So do you professionally combine your mandala work with EFT as well?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I worked with one
How does it work
client.
with your clients when you, yeah, go ahead, share with us.
So I'm still figuring it out, Dr. Rangana. So what has happened so far is that uh, so when the clients work with EFT, they discharge, and process the emotions, right? And it's an opening happens, because there was this client who came for both, but there's a way in which the mandalas are birthed. I can't do it as and when I wanted it. So many things have to fall into place. Every time I try, something would happen, but it wouldn't happen till me, my energies, the client's energies, and so many other things fall into place. So this client had to go through a whole process to discharge and, come to a place where she's ready to accept, or kind of, how do you say, integrate the energies of the mandalas, right? So, and I had an experience recently, actually, for my sister. I did it for her 50th birthday, and I sent it to her on WhatsApp, right? But she didn't actually receive it, right? The whole, like, the text, only those texts got deleted. We don't know how. And she had a fall. She had a massive fall. She had to be stitched and all that. And it was only the next day she could receive it, because something had to leave her energy field in order to receive that very powerful energy of the mother.
Oh, that's
So
quite
that's,
amazing.
I hope I was clear. Like,
Yeah, it was lovely
yeah.
when you shared that.
It's like EFT clears in order to receive kind of like the grace and the divine energies, it's like, like receiving, releasing and receiving, basically.
Very nicely shared. Is there any other wisdom or tips you want to share with all of us, or anything else you got from EFT?
So as I mentioned, Dr. Rangana, I mean, it was a spectacular journey, and I have written many, many poems based on my experience. And as you always suggest, one day, hopefully I will publish a book, and even my one page that I submitted was, that poetry. But usually I read my poetry, but this time I will spare you. But I would just share one small thing, Dr. Rangana, which came to me actually just now, which is, love yourself, value yourself, always choose yourself with compassion for all. I think that's the balanced approach that I was looking for. And that detachment we spoke of, Dr. Rangana, that was my lifelong prayer, equanimity, detachment. That was like a deep yearning. And I'm nowhere like close to achieving it 100%, but from where I was, I'm very happy to say I have reached a great milestone. where I'm able to now ground myself with much more ease and peace. And with that, Dr. Rangana, I would like to make us like a small prayer for all of us. You can all
Yeah,
join.
let's do that. That seems lovely, yeah.
So just a small one. May we all be happy and healthy. May we all be at ease and peace. May we all shine the light of our souls with our authenticity and truth as we stand at the center of our ever-evolving mandala. Much love, compassion, and peace from my heart to yours. Thank you so much.
That was beautiful. Thank you. It's really nice. Wow, so from all my heart to your heart, I wish you all that your soul wants for you in whatever shape or form that shows up. And may your journey continue. In all the ways it's meant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm saying bye to all those who joined us today. If you've got more questions, Chathuri's the expert here, so please just send your message below so she can be in touch with you. From our hearts to you, take care. Bye.